Hello, welcome back to OmniFit TV. This is Joe Stormer speaking. Today's third video of the day is a Chelsea video, because we seemingly have the worst luck in the world sometimes. And I'd like to cover it from the perspective of a Chelsea fan and from the perspective of a neutral. Christopher Nkunku, a player who we've been waiting for over a year, has just suffered an injury, had to go through surgery, and will be out for 4 months. That is primarily half the season, for the most part. I look at this and wonder, will this mean that the club is going to have to reevaluate its transfer strategy going forward until the window shuts? Because from what I have heard, Chelsea are going to allow Poch 4 more signings before the window shuts. It looks like we're loaning out a lot of players. It looks like we're going to be finalizing more moves soon, especially bearing in mind that the Caicedo deal has been breathing down our necks for the past month and a half or so. Breathing down the player's neck, because as reports go, he didn't show up to training yesterday for Brighton. He has expressed dissatisfaction with the club's inability to deal with the multiple bids that Chelsea has put on the table. He has expressed frustration at the fact that every single one of these bids has been rejected, but it seems that there is word coming out of the club, or from the media, actually Ecuadorian media, to be surprising, to be quite frank with you guys. I'm surprised about it. And it seems as though the deal has been finalized. Again, seems being the key words here. Key word. Caicedo should just go through the door as soon as humanly possible. The club obviously needs a striker. We've been talking about that nonstop for over a year now. And I think the more pressing matter now is how to replace Nkunku. Not that I think we're actually going to go for a player in his position, or rather, maybe keep a player who we're supposedly going to loan out and see whether or not he fulfills a certain amount of potential until Nkunku gets better, than loan him halfway through the season. Not really sure if that's a viable solution, but I'm wondering if it does apply. This is frustrating. Seriously, like, we've had enough troubles with injuries throughout the last couple of seasons. And now this, before the season kicks off, a key player, a player who's about to fit into the manager's plans, replacing originally Kai Havertz, by the way. We finally bought in a player who's versatile, capable of fulfilling multiple positions, intelligent, yields the kind of results you expect from him. Really, really good work rate, and clinical on the ball. I had to watch Kai Havertz for the last couple of seasons under multiple managers, and he left way too much to the imagination. So obviously, seeing Christopher Nkunku walk through the door was a revelation to me. Watching him play throughout our preseason tour was a relief. I thought that for an instant, things were going to smoothly transition and move us into the season without too much tension or stress. For a player to make a move to a new league, a new country, play under new management, and suddenly deal with such a harsh injury, I have no idea how that works, how that happens, what causes that. I really do wonder what caused it. But I shouldn't be surprised, but I happen to be. And I wonder how management is going to deal with this. If we do end up buying someone who functions as cover and ends up competing with him for the place, that would be interesting. If we decide to use someone else in that position and have him function as a makeshift, that would also be interesting. or if Poch completely shifts his system. I'm not necessarily sure he's going to do that in particular, but one can only wonder at this point. Poch is primarily very much a pragmatist, which is good, considering the situations that we have to deal with as a club. Now, with this injury, I really hope that it doesn't affect his form as soon as he returns, or not form, but more so his quality as a player, that it doesn't push him in the direction of stagnation at a steady level, because usually you have players who suffer very difficult injuries, struggle to come back, struggle to regain form, struggle to regain fitness. I don't think fitness is going to be a problem. Form may be a little bit of an issue at first, or he could hit the ground running. I don't know. But I obviously wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope we manage until then. It just looks like we have a vacuum in the squad now, a vacuum in our starting 11, a vacuum we didn't need or want, because he walked in with the solutions we needed, and now we have to find a way to adapt without him. And that's all I have to say on that matter. If you're a Chelsea fan, you have something to say about regarding his injury, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the bell notifications button because we post content on a daily basis. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope Christopher gets well soon. And I will see you all next time the whistle blows.